When you log into the dashboard, you will see some nice statistics. And in the top right, you will see a language dropdown. This is a great new feature that we added for the 2.0 platform, which allows you to select any language ranging from Abkhaz all the way down to Zulu. So virtually any major world language. So for example, let's say we want to view this site in Albanian. With one click, now the menu, the navigation, everything is in Albanian. So if it's easier for you to work in your native language, you can now do that. For now, I'm going to turn off translation and go back to English. On the left-hand side, you'll see the navigation menu for all of the various features and things that you can do here in the dashboard. The first thing we're going to do is start by setting up a brand new academy. We're going to do that by clicking on Domain and then click Add Domain. We are including web hosting of your academies with your membership today. You can choose your own custom subdomain, and as I'll show you in a few moments, you can also use your own domain as well. So I've got an idea for this demo, and I'm going to use a subdomain called Health Academy. The description will be The Health Academy. And then we need to choose a logo and a favicon. If you don't know what a favicon is, it's the little icon that shows up at the top of your browser tab. We actually have a graphic creator included in the Pro version that has a logo and favicon creator. But for the first part of this demonstration, I'm not going to use any of the Pro features, just the basic features. So I'm going to refer to a couple of other free resources. There are lots of places where you can either get or create free logos online. This one is just logo.com. Right here on the homepage, it says enter your business name. I'll say the Health Academy. You click one button, make a logo. You can either enter a slogan or skip that. Let's say I'm a business owner. The industry, let's say healthcare. Keywords, let's say healthy. Click next. And it will create some logos for us. And again, in our Pro version, we actually have a built-in logo creator in our platform so you can get exactly what you want. But here's a nice alternative in a pinch. I'm going to keep it pretty simple here. I'm going to grab this one right here with the flag. I'm just going to right-click, save the image. We'll save it as a PNG. So right here where it says logo, I'm going to click Browse, select that logo, and then move on to the favicon. I could actually use the exact same file for the favicon. Typically, you want the favicon to be square, and this logo happens to be square. We could also grab a free icon from a site like icons8.com. Suppose I search for Health Academy here on Icons8. We could find something pretty simple like this, download it, and they allow you to download the PNG version for free. Again, jump back to our platform, browse for the favicon, grab that. And then you have 3 themes to choose from. Now you're not stuck with which theme you choose. You can switch between them at any time. So simply pick one and see if you like it. Because this is a Health Academy, I kind of feel like the lighter colored background might work better than the darker colored background for me, for what I have in mind. So I'm going to go with that one and click Save. And whoops, it says the subdomain field cannot exceed 12 characters in length. I should have known that since I'm one of the creators of this platform, and it looks like I went just over. I might actually have that increased, but for now I'll just go ahead and shorten it. Or we'll call it Health to Me, kind of like Udemy, but for health. Grab the logo, grab the favicon, and we're good to go. It will automatically take you to the Manage Domain tab. You can see here the Academy Health to Me, along with a bunch of potential actions or buttons that we can click. The first one is to view the site. So let's go ahead and take a look at what the default looks like. We've essentially programmed it to put some default stuff in there to make it ready to use, but of course all of this is fully customizable. And we'll take a look at doing some of that right now. The next button is Custom Domain. I'm not going to set up a custom domain right now, but what that means is that you could actually take your own domain like healthtome.com and use it as the domain for your academy. The next button says Update Domain, and that is if you wish to change any of the options that we just went through. You could change the theme, change your logo, things like that. The next button is Domain Settings. You'll definitely want to put in a title. That's important for SEO purposes, and it's what shows up in the browser tab. You can optionally put in some keywords. If you have social media, you can put in those social media links: Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram. We could enter an introductory video. If you click the example button here, it gives you some example URLs. You could take this from YouTube, from Vimeo, or you could use a direct link to an MP4 file. You can enter a welcome message, a support email, about us. Let's say, we're here to help you take control of your health through education. You can enter terms and conditions, a privacy policy, a refund policy. Integration list is going to be for building an email subscriber list. I'll take a look at that feature later on in a separate demonstration of the Pro features. Click the checkbox if we want to enable an AI chatbot. I'll show you what that looks like. We can customize the theme colors, and we can also add a banner image. I'm going to go ahead and update those settings, and I'm going to refresh this page just so you can see a couple of things real quick. You can't see it in this video, but it did update the title up there in the browser tab. And if I scroll down, a couple of things. Here's the About Us, and here is the chatbot. This is an AI chatbot, so it can work for any topic on any academy. Going back to our menu here, the next button is Theme Settings. On this page, we can customize most of the content of that homepage of the academy. For example, right here where it says 58,000 products available for purchase, that's sort of a placeholder. We can customize that right here, as well as the other sections throughout the page. The other thing we could do is simply hide those sections. I'm actually just going to hide those for now by unchecking those checkboxes and then clicking Update Settings. So now if I refresh this, you'll see that some of those things, well, most of them have disappeared. The only thing left is this one section, and we're going to customize that in just a moment. Next, we have the banner slider setting, and in fact, that is this section right up here. Of course, I don't yet have 2 million curated digital products on this one particular academy, so I'm going to customize that. I'm going to click Add Slider Banner. Let's say the subtitle is Empowering You to Take Control of Your Health. Title will just be the Health Academy. And then we're going to choose a banner image, which will appear in this image section right here. Now, once again, in our Pro version, we actually have an ad banner creator built into the platform. So we'll take a look at that in a later demonstration. It will create a banner specifically sized for this, 2000 by 500. For now, we could actually use any image in that place. I'm going to jump over to a stock photo site, pexels.com, and let's search for, let's say, healthcare women, and just find an image that looks like it would be suitable. You know, something like this, an image of a medical professional like a doctor, certainly is something that would instill trust in this homepage. So I'm going to download that, jump back over to this feature, click to choose a banner, grab that JPEG that I just downloaded, and click Save. Now, once again, I'm going to go refresh this Academy homepage for you. And you can see that we have the Health Academy, empowering you to take control of your health, as well as a nice, trustworthy looking medical professional here on the homepage. Going back to our menu, our sub-menu here, we can create custom certificates for this Academy, which I believe is a Pro feature. And then we have Manage Banners, which essentially allows you to add custom banners to this homepage. Personally, I like keeping things pretty simple, so I'm going to move on to the next step and actually create the first course for this academy. So jumping back to the main navigation on the left-hand side, we have the course navigation. And before we add a new course, we need to actually create a course category for that course. So again, as you're doing this, as you're following along, the next thing you're going to want to do is click on Course Category to set up a category. So I'm going to click Add New Category. Where it says Domain Site, we're going to select Health Demi. You can pick an icon from our built-in icons for this. Let's see if we have anything health related. Yeah, that's a good one, the little medical kit. And for the category title, let's see, maybe we'll have like a women's health and a men's health category. So I'm going to set up women's health. And for the category thumbnail, again, we can use basically any image. Let's jump over to another free stock photo site. This is freepic.com. Let's search for healthy women. And like literally this very first one that comes up actually looks pretty good. I don't need a very big version of it, so I'm just going to save the image right here from this page. I'm going to save it as a PNG. Jump back over, grab this category thumbnail that I just downloaded for free, and click Submit. One more thing we need to do before we move on to actually add the new course is create a subcategory. And to do that, we just repeat the process. We click Add New Category, select the domain site, select an icon, and the category title my idea for this demonstration course is to create a course on anti-aging. I did a little search on some sites to see what were hot topics right now, as of this moment, as I'm creating this demo, and anti-aging is a huge hot topic. So the category title will be anti-aging, and the parent will be women's health, and click submit. Now we can click the navigation item that says add new course. Select the domain site is going to be HealthDemi, and the course title. Now, throughout this process, we're going to rely heavily on the AI to get things done better and faster. Down in the right-hand corner of your screen, you'll find our AI writer assistant. Looks like a little robot hovering there. Go ahead and click that guy, and from the drop-down, you'll find a bunch of AI writing tasks that you can choose from. I'm going to click course title, and the key word is going to be anti-aging for women. I'm specifically doing this one on the topic of anti-aging for women because it's a topic that I really know nothing about. I know just a little bit about anti-aging, and when it comes to the sub-niche of anti-aging for women, I really know nothing about it. And I wanted to specifically give you a demonstration of me using this tool to create a course on something that I know absolutely nothing about, to prove that this platform can allow you to create courses about absolutely anything. Let's click generate and see what it gives us. I like this title, Timeless Beauty, a comprehensive anti-aging strategies for women. If we didn't like that, we could simply click regenerate. It gives us another one. I think this might have been slightly simplified. Timeless Beauty, anti-aging strategies for women. I like that. Let's regenerate again. Rejuvenate and revitalize, an anti-aging course for women. We could continue to repeat that process until we find a title that we like. I like Timeless Beauty, anti-aging strategies for women. So then we need a short description and a long description. We're going to, again, rely heavily on the AI here. Before we create the description, I'm going to create a table of contents. And the reason is that we're going to use this table of contents as a reference point throughout much of the rest of this course creation process. So the course title is Timeless Beauty, Anti-Aging Strategies for Women. And we're going to click Generate. All right, and we have here a very in-depth table of contents. What I'm going to do is actually copy this. I'm going to do a Control-C, and I'm going to save this in a little notepad document on my computer. So I just did a Control-V to paste it. And I'll show you why as we go through this. We're going to use this several times. This is the outline. And just scrolling through it real quickly, I mean, it looks great. It looks scientific. It looks thorough. It looks like it's truly going to give anti-aging strategies for women. So then we're going to click and create a course long description. The course title is here. And what I'm also going to do is copy that entire course outline. And along with the title, I'm going to paste it into this text box to give the AI a lot of material to work with as it creates this description, and to make sure the description actually lines up with the outline. Let's go ahead and click Generate. So here's the description. And there are two ways that you can copy this text. You can either do your standard Control-C to copy it, or you can hit the button to copy it to your clipboard. And then we're going to paste it into the description box. For the short description, I'm just going to use this first paragraph. Category is going to be women's health. Subcategory is going to be anti-aging. The level, beginner, advanced, or intermediate, is just sort of arbitrary. It might make sense for your academy, it might not. So if you don't really have a reason for it, maybe just do beginner. And we don't want to keep this a private course. We're going to make it public. Let's make it featured. Let's make it a top course. And then we're going to click to move to the next step. And we're going to do some course frequently asked questions. How do we know what those frequently asked questions might be? Well, we're simply going to ask the AI. From the drop down, let's go to frequently asked questions. And we're going to keep this same title and same table of contents here in the text box and click Generate. And immediately it creates a list of 15 frequently asked questions. I'm not sure if it'll create 15 for you every time, but in this case, it certainly came up with quite a few. I'm going to go ahead and copy this. Let's paste it into a notepad on my computer. And then we're going to go add at least some of those here to the FAQ. And I'm just going to copy and paste. Question it came up with, the first one is, what is the focus of this course? And here's the answer. We can then click the plus button and do another one. Who is the target audience for this course? And paste in the answer. And click the plus button. What are the key benefits for taking this course? Here's the answer. Click the plus button. How is the course structured? And this is where it's really helpful to include that table of contents as a part of the AI process, because it knows, for example, that this course is going to be divided into 7 modules, even though we haven't yet created those modules. Click the plus button. Are there any prerequisites? No, there's not, which is great because we want to sell this to any women who might be interested. What materials will I need for this course? Basically, you need a device with internet access. As you can see, the AI knows what this is all about. Will I receive certification? Yes. Again, our AI knows that that's how this academy works. Is there a specific time frame? Nope, it's self-paced. Let's see, how can I get personalized advice or consult with experts? I'm going to skip that one because I don't know if I'm going to provide that kind of support. I will do this FAQ. How do I access the course materials? The AI knows that. What if I have questions during the course? I'm going to skip that one because I don't know what kind of support I'm going to provide for this particular demo product. I'm going to jump down to this last question. Can I access the course on multiple devices? Yes, you can. All right, then we're going to add some course requirements. Again, we're going to rely on the AI. From the drop-down, we'll keep the exact same title and outline and click Generate. And in a matter of moments, it's given us the course requirements. I'm going to go ahead and copy this once again. I don't think I'll use all of this. I might just jump down to these general course requirements. So the first one, we'll do prerequisites. Let's add another. Materials needed, we'll add another. Time commitment, add one more. And assessment. There we go. Lastly, we'll add some outcomes. From the drop down, we'll go to course outcomes. Again, keep the exact same content there in the text box and click Generate. And here we go. We'll go ahead and copy this. Again, I don't know that I'm going to use all of it. We'll paste it into a notepad momentarily. Comprehend the aging process. Analyze current anti-aging trends. Enhance skin health. Integrate nutrition and lifestyle modifications. Explore anti-aging treatments and technologies. Cultivate ageless fashion and style. Apply real-world anti-aging strategies. Formulate long-term maintenance plans. And that looks great. Let's move on to the next step. Let's make this, let's say $97. And I'm going to give it a discounted price for now of $47. Now, this is a really cool feature that we added to the 2.0 version of this platform, and that is that you can now sell on Warrior Plus, JVZoo, or ClickBank using this platform as your sales page. Very easy to enter your button code for each of these. And then I know, at least in the case of, actually I think it's all 3 of these, they require a standard disclaimer or tracking text to be added to the bottom of your sales page. And so we've added this place here where you can enter that disclaimer that's required by either Warrior Plus, JVZoo, or ClickBank. Now, you don't have to use those 3 platforms. We also have PayPal built in, as well as, I can't remember the name of it offhand. We'll take a look at it in a little bit. And we're going to click the button to move to the next step. We can add a course overview video. And we actually will do this, but I'm going to skip it for now. We'll come back and add it later, because we're actually going to use this platform to create a course overview video. It's totally optional, by the way, but it's very easy to do. For the course thumbnail, again, in the pro version, you can use our graphics creator to create one quite easily. For now, I'm going to jump back over to a stock photo site. Here's Free Pick. In fact, we could probably just use one right off of this page. See, this lady here looks a little more middle-aged. That would be a good one. I'm going to click to download that image. Jump back over to course thumbnail, select that image that we just downloaded, and click to the next step. If you care about SEO, you can enter some keywords in a description. We can also use the AI to help us with that. Go to the SEO tags on the drop-down. We'll keep the same content right there and click Generate. So here's our keywords, here's our description. I'm going to grab the keywords first, paste them in. And by the way, you can actually just go back and forth between the AI writer and this interface. So I'm going to click again on the AI writer, and you can see the description is still here. We'll go ahead and copy that. I like to use my notepad on my own computer for some of this, especially the longer ones, because I tend to reference it a few times throughout the process. But for something like this, you can just go back and forth directly between the AI writer and filling in the blanks. And then click the next and submit. And we see the course has been added successfully. So the next thing to do is going to actually be to build this course by adding sections and lessons. And we'll take a look at that in just a moment, but before we do, I mentioned I was going to show you how to create a quick course overview video. So here under the Media tab, we're going to do that using our training video creator that is a part of this platform. And here is my special shortcut for you. I'm going to click on the Basic tab. I'm going to copy the description, do a Control-C. I'm going to click on Training Video Creator, create a new video. We'll call this Anti-Aging Overview. I've always been a big fan of the Arial font. I'm going to go with like a size 60. I find that works well with a 1080p video. We can choose our background color and the font color. Let's go with maybe like a light blue background. Let's do a fade in for the text. Optionally, you can choose a frame. We also can optionally choose some background music. You can preview any of this background music. And since this is going to be a voiceover, I like to keep it at the very quietest setting. Let's then choose a voice. Since this is a course for women, I think we will probably want to use a female voice. You can preview these voices.
With Cloud Machine Learning, your application interprets images.
Hi, I can read any text you type here.
And we're actually not going to use the AI content creator for this one because we already have the description. I'm just going to paste it in. We're going to use auto slide break, auto line break. I'm just going to paste in this script. And then I'm going to do some very light editing and take out some of these subtitles like introduction. In fact, I'm going to skip that part altogether. Add a period here. Let's see, actually I can delete that subtitle. Delete that subtitle. Add a period here so that it has a slight pause after each module title. Because again, the AI is going to be reading this out loud. And if there's no period there, it might try to make that a continuous sentence. I'm going to delete this part. I don't think that's necessary. That looks like a very nice overview. And then I'm simply going to click Create Video. And it's going to take a little while to process. So while it's processing, we'll go ahead and begin creating this course, and then I'll come back later and show you how to add this video to your sales page. So now we need to create the content for the course. If you do recall, I copied that table of contents to a notepad here on my computer. Module 1 is Understanding Aging. Well, first we have an introduction. Then we've got Module 1, Module 2, Skin Health and Beauty. Module 3, Nutrition and Lifestyle for Anti-Aging. Module 4, Anti-Aging Treatments and Technologies. Module 5, Fashion and Style. Module 6, Real-World Applications. Module 7, Maintaining Results and Staying Informed. And then the conclusion. Now, if you've used AI before to create, say, an ebook, we could easily take this entire outline and turn it into one cohesive ebook. But again, we're not trying to create just one ebook here. We're trying to create a course. That's part of what makes this platform special, is the ability to assemble a course on any topic and sell it as a course, which typically demands a higher price than simply an ebook or a video. Now, we can create ebooks as part of the course. For example, the introduction could be an ebook, or the introduction could be a video. Likewise, these modules could contain videos, or they could contain ebooks, or it could be a combination of ebooks and videos. So for this introduction, let's try creating a short PDF. I'm going to go to the PDF creator, go to Basic PDF Creator, click Create New PDF, and the title will be Introduction, and then I'm going to grab my title of the course, so it'll be Introduction to Timeless Beauty Anti-Aging Strategies for Women. I'm going to open up my AI assistant, and I'm going to use a custom prompt for this. I'm going to say, write an introductory overview for my course, which is titled Timeless Beauty Anti-Aging Strategies for Women. In this introduction, include, and I'm going to paste those 4 bullet points that were given to me previously in my course outline. It's welcome to the course, course overview and objectives, key benefits and learning outcomes, how to navigate the course. And then I'll say, here's the table of contents for your information. And I'm going to grab modules 1 through 7 and the conclusion, paste it in, and now I'm going to click generate. And now I'm going to copy all of this text. I'm going to paste it here where it says content, and then I'm going to kind of break that up a little. So here where it says welcome to the course, I'm going to turn that into the introduction. So paste that up here, and then conclusion, I'll grab that and put it in the conclusion box. And then we can choose a cover. Once again, in the Pro version, we have a graphics creator that will create exactly this size of cover. For now, we can jump over to, once again, one of these stock photo sites. Let's search for healthy women middle age. There we go. We'll download this, choose the cover, grab that JPEG that we just downloaded. Optionally, we can add some recommended resources, and we could add some footer call to action text and a URL. That's a good way to build in some additional monetization because you could actually link that to an affiliate link if you wanted to, or to one of your other products. I guess while we're at it, let's go ahead and do that. I'm actually not trying to save time on this demonstration. I'm just trying to show you everything that we can do and do the best that we can. So if I were to go to recommended resources, and for the keyword, I'm going to put my title, Timeless Beauty Anti-Aging Strategies for Women, and click generate. It's going to give us a list, in this case, of some books, some websites, some podcasts, YouTube channels. This is a great list of resources. I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste this. And what you can do, if you want to, is go through and turn as many of these as you want to into affiliate links. For example, with books, we could go find these books on Amazon. And if you're an Amazon associate, you could turn these into your associate, aka affiliate links to go to Amazon. Very easy to do. In fact, I'll just give you one example right now because, again, we're not trying to save time here. I'm trying to show you some best practices. I'm going to copy the title of this book. I'm going to paste that title into Amazon. Don't see that title. Let's check the next one. Here's this one. I'm going to click the link up here. I'm signed into my Amazon Associates account, so I'm going to click to get the link. Grab that Associates link. And here, in my PDF that I'm creating, I'm going to create a link. And I'm going to link that to my Amazon Associates link. Simple as that. This is now going to be a hyperlink in this PDF. We could do the same thing for these websites, for these YouTube channels. We could actually link to, we've got a Coursera and a masterclass here. Those have associates or affiliate programs as well. There are many skincare products that have affiliate programs, so I've got lots of monetization options to further monetize this niche by selling this course. And, here where it says courses and workshops, I could also add, say, another ClickBank product. Let's jump over to the ClickBank marketplace so I can give you one more example. So I'm logged into one of my ClickBank accounts. I clicked on Marketplace, and let's search for aging. So aging wellness woman is a topic that they had on the drop down there. There's a stem cell solution. That looks like it's actually a health supplement. You know what? Some of these health supplements sell really well on ClickBank, so that would be a good one for me to consider promoting. Let's just try aging. There we go. The Longevity Activator, top converting anti-aging offer. So let's click, you know what, gravity score of 0. We don't want that. We want one that's at least got a gravity score. Here you go. Average per conversion, $332 average per conversion. That's pretty good. It's got a low gravity score, so not a lot of people are promoting it, but those who do look like they're making a lot. I know this is going to appeal to women who are interested in anti-aging, collagen and memory boosting supplement. Let's click promote. This one requires approval before we promote it, which is not a problem. I can easily get approved, but for this demonstration, I just needed a link. Let's click on the health and fitness category and click women's health subcategory. These are good. Bladder support for women that are 40 plus, pelvic support for women, female vitality protocol. These all look like they would be good potentials. All right, cellulite gone. Click promote, enter my nickname, grab this link. Let's take a look at the sales page. So this is like a cellulite removal system. So right here, courses and workshops, let's say cellulite removal system. And then I'm going to link that to my ClickBank hop link, aka affiliate link. Let's make sure that's underlined. And I'm going to do that to that other link that I made up here for that Amazon affiliate link. I'm going to make sure it's underlined. And we'll go ahead and create that PDF with one click. Right here, after you create a PDF, you'll see this in My PDFs. And here under Actions, we can view it, we can download it, we can edit it, or we can delete it. Let's go ahead and view it. And as you can see, it's a nice looking PDF. I think that was a great cover graphic. And if I scroll down, here you can see this affiliate link for this Amazon book. If I click that, it's going to take me to Amazon through that affiliate link. This one here, the cellulite removal system, if I click that, it's going to take me to that product through the ClickBank affiliate link. And we'll use this as the introduction of the course. Jumping back to my table of contents, the next thing we're going to create is Module 1, Understanding Aging. And I think we will create a video for Module 1. And as I look at this module, sort of the way it's organized, I think it would actually make sense to make 3 videos to comprise this module. Because again, I'm not trying to show you the most fast demonstration today. I'm trying to show you the power of this platform to create a comprehensive course. So Module 1, Part 1 would be the science of aging. Part 2 would be psychological and social aspects of aging. And then Part 3 would be current trends in anti-aging. And so let's go ahead and create those videos. I'm going to click on the training video creator, click create, and I'm going to copy and paste right out of my table of contents. So this will be 1.1, the science of aging. I'm going to keep it consistent with an Arial font, size 60, 1080p. I'll just keep it simple with black text on a white background. In the Pro version, you can also choose images and videos, which is a really cool upgrade. I'll go with a fade in. For the modules, I don't think I necessarily need a frame. People are just interested in getting the content. I don't think I really need background music either. You know, depending on what topic you're teaching, background music might be appropriate. It just depends. And let's see.
With cloud machine learning, your application interprets images,
I can read any text you
and
type
more.
here.
I think Jenny sounds good as a teacher. And this time I am going to click on AI content. Now in the Pro version, you have a whole ton of templates to choose from. And you do have 3 good options to choose from within the basic membership. We can choose from explainer, tutorial video, informational video, or course lesson video. For this particular topic, probably any of those 3 templates would actually work well. For example, course lesson video makes it pretty easy to simply put in the title, the course title, and the lesson title. Informational video allows us to put in really as much information about the topic as we want. And explainer tutorial video, sort of the same thing. I actually think informational video might work the best for this particular subtopic. Because again, I've got the science of aging, and then I have these 3 bullet points below it that I want to make sure are covered. And so here for topic, if I insert that whole section with those 3 bullet points, most likely the AI will cover all of that. And again, another big upgrade here in the 2.0 version of this platform is the ability to choose the length of your video, an approximate length, I should say, ranging from 1 minute to 10 minutes. In version 1, you really didn't have a choice, and it was going to be around 1 to 2 minutes long. So let's aim somewhere maybe kind of in the middle and click submit. Now, one thing I do need to let you know is that in the main version, the basic version of this platform, you'll have up to 20 slides per video. The Pro upgrade increases that to 30 slides, I believe. I'm actually logged into my Pro account right now, so I wanted to mention that. But everything else that you're seeing me do throughout this demonstration video right now is not a Pro feature. So you can do all of this. The only difference is that it would be 20 slides. And I'm going to click this little down arrow, which is automatically going to generate the slides for me. And before clicking to generate the video, I recommend scrolling through and just making sure that there are no issues like punctuation or grammar or strange words that the AI might have a problem with. I don't see any problems with this, so I'm going to go ahead and click Create Video. And you can see here it's going to be processing. And again, I made the title of it 1.1, the science of aging. So when it comes time to put this course together, it's going to be very easy to find these components and put them in place. Meanwhile, I see that our anti-aging course overview video has completely rendered. However, I can see just from the thumbnail that I did make a mistake, and it looks like I didn't create these slide breaks. So what I need to do is edit this video as a whiteboard video, and I can actually regenerate it with new slide breaks. So I just click one button there, and now coming down here, I'm going to uncheck the auto slide break checkbox, and I'm going to add some slide breaks. I'll make 20 slides. I'm not sure if we'll use all of those. And then I'm going to start at the bottom and then work my way up. So I'm going to copy a paragraph or a sentence. And again, I'm sorry that I'm doing an extra step here, but I'm not really sorry because you may have to do this at some point, or you may want to do this at some point, and so this is giving me the opportunity to show you something else. Actually, I'll include that. So this may not be that many slides. This may only be like, I don't know, 8 slides. Let's see. Let's see how this fits. So we'll put Module 6 onto a slide. Module 5 will go onto a slide. Module 4, and I'm just doing a Control-C to copy, Control-V to paste. That's on Windows, of course. Mac is just slightly different. You know how to copy and paste on a Mac if you use a Mac. Module 3, Module 2, Module 1. Let's see, we got this paragraph. We got a bunch of bullet points. I'm going to split that up into a couple of slides. So we'll take half of those bullet points, put those in a slide. We'll take the other half, put those in a slide. Course overview and objectives will be a slide. And I think that's it. We can delete the rest of these unused slides. So how many does that leave us with? Looks like about 11 slides. So we're going to go ahead and create that video. So now this anti-aging overview video also is reprocessing. Meanwhile, let's continue on with creating our course. We'll move on to the next part of Module 1, psychological and social aspects. So we're going to go ahead and create another video. So this will be 1.2 psychological and social aspects. I'm going to use the same settings that we used for the first one. I think we used Elizabeth, right?
With cloud machine learning,
No,
your
Jenny.
application interprets
Hi,
images,
I can read any text you type here.
Yeah, I think we used Jenny. AI content. Seemed like the informational video approach worked well. So the topic, psychological and social aspects. I need to make sure that means of aging. Again, we'll kind of aim for middle length video. Click submit. Let's go ahead and click the down arrow. And it kind of did something weird on that. Instead of breaking it up into 30 slides, it did them all in one slide. That's the first time I've seen that happen. It's a little unusual. I'm going to go ahead and regenerate that script. Do the same thing. Submit. We could have fixed that. It just would have taken us like a minute, which is not a big deal. We could have just simply broken it up into slides like we did on that overview video that we had just reprocessed. It kind of did almost the same thing, but this time it says slide 1. Let's see if it knows what to do with that. Yep, it worked that time. So as usual, I'm going to scroll through and just kind of make sure I don't see any issues with the words that the AI is going to read. It all looks pretty straightforward. So I'm going to go ahead and click create video. Let me just double check I've got the right video title. Yep, I think we're good to go. All right, so now 1.2 is processing. If you recall from our table of contents, we also have a 1.3, so let's go ahead and create that video. We're going to click create, enter the video title. We do the same settings as before. I like using 1080p for course videos. I think it's a good size. Virtually nobody needs anything bigger than that for their computer screen for learning from a course. 720 would actually be fine as well, but 1080p is definitely universal at this point. You know, most people have the capability of playing higher resolution videos, 4K, 8K, whatever. But for this type of video, there's no reason for it. We're talking about text on a background. Let's use Jenny again. Informational video. Paste in the topic. And click submit. All right, looks good. Let's go ahead and click the down arrow to auto-generate the slides. Double check these. Looks good, and we'll click create video. All right, so with the first module completely processing, I'm going to jump back over to the basic PDF creator. because I think I'm going to use PDFs for Module 2. Just looking at this, the way it's laid out, anatomy of the skin, skincare regimens, advances in dermatology, I think PDFs would be great for those topics. So we're going to click Create New PDF, and the first one is going to be 2.1 Anatomy of the Skin. Let's open up our AI writer. We're going to come up with a custom prompt. Write a report about the anatomy of the skin. The audience for this report is women who are interested in the science of anti-aging and how they can apply it to themselves. And then I've got these 2 bullet points here that were included in the outline. So I will say include understanding skin structure and function and changes in aging skin, and click generate. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and copy the text. This is looking good. Control C to copy. I'm going to paste it into the content box. Then I'll take this introduction paragraph and bump it up into the introduction. And there's probably a conclusion too. Yep. Let's grab this conclusion paragraph, put that into the conclusion. And recommended resources is easy to do, so let's go ahead and grab some. Select recommended resources. So let's say the keyword is anatomy of the skin and skincare for women. I thought of just adding skincare for women because that gives us potential affiliate products, and generate. So once again, it gave us books, online courses, websites, podcasts, YouTube channels, and articles. I'm going to copy that, paste it into recommended resources. And as I showed in a previous step, we can easily turn these books into affiliate links. We could turn the courses into affiliate links. We could jump back over to ClickBank to find additional courses with affiliate links. And we could also, for example, grab some physical products. For example, we could jump over to cj.com, that's Commission Junction. It's an affiliate network that's been around forever, free to join. Click Find Advertisers, search by keyword. You can look for something like skin or skincare, and you'll find a bunch. You got personalized skincare, allies of skin, you have all kinds of cosmetics. You've got Bare Necessities, Blue Lagoon skincare, and on and on. So lots of affiliate programs that you can apply to. And if you apply to a bunch of them, most likely you'll get approved by someone. Someone will give you a chance. And then you can stick those affiliate links into your recommended resources. For the cover, once again, if you have the Pro membership, you can use our graphic creator. Otherwise, you can simply go grab an image off of a free stock photo site. Jumping back over to free pick, let's search for older woman skin. And you can just grab any of these. Look for the ones without the crown if you're not a paid member, and download an image of your choice. Click choose cover, grab the image that you just downloaded, and click create PDF. And we have here 2.1 Anatomy of the Skin. Let's go ahead and create the rest of that module. We've got 2.2 and 2.3. So we'll create a series of 3 PDFs for this module. So again, we're going to click Create New PDF. So this one is 2.2 Skincare Regimens for Different Ages. Open our AI writer. I'm going to do a custom prompt. Similar to last time, we'll say write a report about. This time it's going to be skincare regimens for different ages. The audience is the same. And I'm going to include these 2 bullet points that we need to have covered. So include skincare in your 20s, 30s, 40s, and beyond, and essential products and ingredients for every decade. And I'm going to add a worksheet checklist for daily skincare for women, and click generate. I'm going to scroll down real quick and see if it successfully created a checklist for me. Yeah, it did. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this text, paste it into the content area. I'm going to grab this introduction paragraph and move that up. We'll grab the conclusion paragraph, paste it there. I'm going to do a little bit of formatting on this daily checklist. Use some bold. I'm going to create little check boxes using brackets. Sometimes I've seen the AI will do that automatically. It'll create the check boxes. This time, for whatever reason, it didn't, but I'm just going to quickly add some. A little more bold, a little more spacing, maybe an underline. Perfect. And we'll grab some recommended resources. So from the drop down, we'll go recommended resources. And the keyword, this topic is skincare regimens for different ages. And I'll add skincare products for women. Generate. Once again, we've got some books, some online articles, websites and blogs, YouTube channels, podcasts, several products. So, as I've mentioned before, this is a great place to put some affiliate links. We can turn these books into affiliate links on Amazon. These products, we would want to become affiliates of as many of these products as possible. Some of these may be available on a place like Amazon. Others may have special websites where we can become an affiliate. And as I also showed you, you could jump onto a site like Commission Junction to find skincare products that you can become an affiliate of. You could also find physical skincare products or supplements on ClickBank. And we'll go ahead and grab a cover graphic. Here within the same search that we did before, we can easily find some skincare products, graphics. Download one there. Jump back over to choose a cover, grab the image, and click to create the PDF. So here we have 2.1, 2.2, and now we need to create PDF 2.3. So we'll click create new PDF. This one will be 2.3 Advances in Dermatology. Pull up our little robot here. Use a similar prompt. Write a report about. This one is going to be Advances in Dermatology. And then we'll grab those bullet points. These 3 bullet points that we copied directly from the outline. And click generate. Looks good. Let's go ahead and copy this text. Paste it into the content. Once again, I'm going to bring the introduction up into the introduction area. Bring the conclusion down. You know, we could add additional like images and stuff into these PDFs if we wanted to get a little more fancy. Be pretty easy. You know, like here we're talking about Botox. If I wanted to add an image, we just need the image URL. So I could jump back over to one of these stock photo sites, search for Botox. I'm going to do a right click, copy image address, jump back over to my PDF creator, click picture, paste that URL, and insert the image. And we could resize it if we wanted to. Very easy to do. Let's make it like 25%. We could float it to the right, float it to the left, and we could repeat that process. Again, if you want to really make a fancier PDF, you can add as many images as you wanted to, as well as links, tables, charts, videos, all kinds of stuff. Add little bold subheadlines. And let's grab a cover as well. Again, pull one from the same search here. We'll download that. And it looks like it downloaded a pretty large file. If I click this, I can actually download a smaller version. From the drop down, I'm going to go download and just download the small version. Choose cover. There it is. And oh, did I skip recommended resources? Yeah, I did skip it. Well, let's just add it anyway since it's so easy. Recommended resources. And let's say, this time let's say dermatology for women. I'm using slightly different keywords so we get slightly different resources. Generate. Again, we got books, we got courses, websites, portals, journals and articles, podcasts, community forum. Wow, this gave us a bunch. And again, great opportunity to insert some affiliate links if you want to. And then we are going to click Create PDF. All right, so now we've got 2.1, 2.2, and 2.3. So moving on to the next module, we've got module 3, which is nutrition and lifestyle for anti-aging. And within this module, we again have 3 sub-modules. This time, perhaps let's create a longer ebook just for the sake of giving you the demonstration. You know, I think, for the sake of the course, creating smaller individual PDF sub-modules might make more sense. But this time, let's make one big ebook to cover this entire module. Again, really more for the sake of demonstration than anything, but I think it also will work well for this topic. So we're going to click on the ebook PDF creator this time, and we're going to click the button that says Create ebook PDF. And the title is going to be Module 3, Nutrition and Lifestyle for Anti-Aging. Once again, we're going to jump down to the AI writer, and I'm going to select ebook introduction and simply put in that module title, Nutrition and Lifestyle for Anti-Aging, and generate an introduction. Looks good. Let's go ahead and copy this, paste it in, and move on to the conclusion. We're going to use the AI for that as well. So ebook conclusion, we'll leave the keyword the same and click generate. Took just seconds to create that conclusion. We'll go ahead and copy that, paste it in, and we will grab some recommended resources as well. And for the keyword, we'll go ahead and add for women to make sure we get some targeted resources here. We'll click generate. Okay, here we go. I don't really need these numbers. I can easily edit those out. I could regenerate the whole section, but this actually looks pretty good. I'll go ahead and copy that, paste it in, and I'm going to remove these numbers. Podcasts, YouTube channels, scientific journals, community and support groups, and a conclusion. And once again, we could very easily turn many of these into affiliate links or go find affiliate links for related products to put in there. I definitely recommend that you do that. The footer call to action is optional. Let's go ahead and do it just so you know how. Let's say something like presented by, and if you do recall, the name of my academy is The Health Academy. So for the URL, I'm going to jump over to the Academy homepage and just grab that web address and paste it in. So again, health to me, and then our domain CourseSmate.com, which is a great domain, by the way. Again, you can use your own custom domains, but if you're using a subdomain on ours, it's still a great web address because CourseSmate.com is a fantastic URL. It's a great website name. And if you're a pro member, of course, you'll want to use the built-in eCover creator to create a custom ebook cover. If not, you can always grab any image to use in its place. Let's jump back over to Pexels. We had searched for healthy women middle age, and I bet we could find one right on this very same search that would work just fine. This one's kind of eye-catching because it's got this middle-aged woman in the splits. Very spry. Let's go ahead and download that. Jump back over, choose file, grab that image. And you may be wondering, what about the rest of the content of the book, right? We've got the introduction, the conclusion. What about the actual guts of the book? Well, this is what makes the full PDF ebook creator different from the basic PDF creator is we're going to actually create individual chapters to make this a longer, more comprehensive book. And so we will do that in the upcoming steps. So we're going to go ahead and save this for now. And you can see now we've got Module 3, Nutrition and Lifestyle for Anti-Aging. We can click to generate the ebook, which basically generates the PDF, download the ebook, add chapters, update the ebook PDF, which is basically the settings that we just did. And before we generate it or download it, we want to add chapters. So we're going to click this button in the middle that says Add Chapters. And then we're going to click the button at the top that says Add Chapter. And again, we're going to refer directly to the table of contents. This is what we've been working with all along to create this course. And so we have, let's see, all of these bullet points to work with. So this first chapter maybe would be Introduction to Nutritional Foundations for Anti-Aging. And I'm going to click my AI writer, and I'm going to say custom. I'm going to say write a book chapter. Introduction for Nutritional Foundations for Anti-Aging. Generate. Here we go. Copy this text. Looks like a good chapter. We'll paste it in, and we could add images just to show you how that works. Let's search for aging woman. Okay, so say we wanted to insert one of those images. We can drag and drop it directly into the document. And click Save. So here's a chapter, and we're going to repeat that process. We're going to add chapter. Again, referring directly to the outline. This next one is going to be Key Nutrients for Youthful Skin and Overall Health. Click the robot, custom, and I'm going to rinse and repeat. I'm going to use that same prompt, write a book chapter, : space, and then the chapter title. That's it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and grab this text, copy it, paste it in. Looks good. We could do formatting if we wanted to, if you wanted to do, bold subtitles or subheadings, whatever. You can add images, add links, you can even add videos, and click Save. And we're going to repeat that process. Add chapter. This one is going to be role of antioxidants and dietary supplements. And to make sure the AI knows what that means, I'm going to add for anti-aging. So we'll copy that chapter title, paste it in, and again, what we want to do is write a book chapter. Click Generate. Looks good. Let's go ahead and copy this, paste it in. Again, we could do any sort of formatting we wanted to. We could add images. For now, I'm going to go ahead and save this. Okay, so once again, we're going to click Add Chapter. And now we're on to 3.2 Lifestyle Modifications. So that's the chapter title, and we need to add for anti-aging, right? Because again, it needs to make sense for the AI if the AI is going to be writing this for us. So it's not just about lifestyle modifications for anti-aging. I just make that distinction because sometimes it works just to copy things as is out of your outline, but sometimes you might have to add a couple of words, like in this case, for anti-aging is going to make sure the AI knows what it means. And I know that just from experience. So we'll open up the robot. The keyword is lifestyle modifications for anti-aging, and my prompt is very simple. It's write a book chapter. That's it. Okay, so I'm going to copy this. Now you may notice when I'm copying this text for the content, I'm actually skipping over the chapter title and I'm skipping the little introduction subtitle and just starting with the first paragraph and then copying the rest of it. So Control C, because that's just how I want this particular book formatted. You can experiment with that and see how it looks, but because this chapter title will automatically be inserted into the PDF, so if I were to include it in the content, it's almost like you're doubling up on that chapter title. So we'll go ahead and save that chapter. So here we go, we've got that. And next chapter, we could be adding chapter numbers to these as well. We could always go back and edit that if we wanted to. That's one cool thing about this system, is that you can go back and change a book on the fly. This one will be exercise and its anti-aging benefits. Click the robot, and again the prompt is write a book chapter. Go ahead and copy this text, paste it in, and we're going to save that chapter. Click to add another chapter. This one is going to be the importance of sleep and stress management, and this is another one that we need to add that qualifying phrase to for anti-aging, right? Because it wasn't obvious. We want it to be obvious for the AI. So copy that. Importance of sleep and stress management for anti-aging. And my prompt is simply write a book chapter. Pretty simple prompt, right? And it's working very well. Okay, we'll go ahead and copy this. I don't know if I need these section numbers. Might delete those section numbers. Here we go. Looks good. Let's go ahead and save this chapter. So we've got, what, 6 chapters so far? Now we are on to 3.3 holistic approaches. So add chapter, holistic approaches. Again, we need to add that little modifier for anti-aging. And because this could be a book in and of itself, I want to add a beginning modifier, introduction to holistic approaches for anti-aging, because then we're going to get into a couple of them in the following chapters. So click my AI robot, introduction to holistic approaches for anti-aging. And again, the prompt is write a book chapter. This looks great. I mean, just as I skim read some of these as I go, it's good content. We'll paste it in. Save the chapter and create another one. So this one will be integrating mind-body practices, yoga and meditation. And I'm going to add that qualifier, so mind-body practices for anti-aging. So here we go. My keyword is integrating mind-body practices for anti-aging, yoga, and meditation. And my prompt is simply write a book chapter. Looks good. Let's go ahead and copy this. Looks like it's got some real nice practical application there, which is what we want since this is a course. We'll paste that in. You know, this would be an easy one to find some good images. We can at least throw one image in there, you know. Let's search for woman yoga. And let's see. You know, most people can't do this position right there, so let's try to make it something that's not going to intimidate our customers. You know, somebody just kind of sitting in the basic yoga starting position might be appropriate. Yeah, looks good. Go ahead and save the chapter. And click to add another chapter. I think this is the last one. Balancing hormonal health naturally. Again, we'll add for anti-aging onto that. We'll have the AI create it with my simple prompt, write a book chapter. We'll go ahead and copy this text. Looks like a pretty long chapter. We'll paste it in. Looks good. And we'll click save. And I think that's pretty good. Let's go back to the submenu for our ebooks, and we can click generate ebook, and it will open up that PDF in a new tab for us. And that cover image is a little skewed. Let's use a different one. But the PDF itself looks great. We've got the call to action link down at the bottom presented by the Health Academy, which links back to our academy. And we can also download this PDF if you wanted to download it and, you know, edit it in a PDF editor. You could always do that. But it looks like a vertical cover image is going to fit better. So let's go over to Update ebook PDF. Scroll down to our cover. And we had gotten that off of Pexels. And on Pexels, when you do a search, you can actually filter it by orientation. And let's go vertical. And, you know, like even this one right here near the very top of the search looks like it would work well. Let's download that. Jump back over and click Choose File. And replace that cover image. We're going to click Update. And now you'll see when we click to generate the ebook, it has the new cover in place, and that cover looks perfect. And again, if you are a pro member, you'll probably want to use the ebook cover creator under the graphic creator menu. So that's module 3. Let's move on to module 4, which is going to be anti-aging treatments and technologies. I think we should create some more videos. I'm guessing those other videos that we created are done processing. So I'm going to click on Training Video Creator, Create Video. And straight out of our table of contents outline, this one will be cosmetic treatments. And I'm going to add that qualifier for anti-aging. Cosmetic treatments for anti-aging. Select my video settings. We'll stick with Jenny as a voice. We'll use the AI creator. And we used the informational video template for the previous module that we made. Let's go ahead and use the course lesson video template this time. So this time the course title, Timeless Beauty Anti-Aging Strategies for Women. And then the lesson title, I'm going to grab it here from module 4, Cosmetic Treatments, but I'm also going to include these 2 bullet points. So you've got cosmetic treatments, and then you've got the 2 bullet points below cosmetic treatments. And we'll just go for sort of a middle length video and click submit and see what it gives us for that. All right, looks good. Let's go ahead and click the down arrow to auto-generate our slides. And again, the only difference you're going to see if you're not a pro member is that you'll have a maximum of 20 slides. And sometimes I find it appropriate to remove some extra subtitles, or if it creates little asterisks that don't get removed when you auto-generate the slide, you may want to go through and fix those. So we don't need any little asterisks. Sometimes the AI voice will actually try to read those. So we don't need that subtitle. We don't need the asterisks. If you are keeping a subtitle, you may want to put a period after it so that it doesn't run into the following sentence. So instead of asterisks, I'll put a period there. And as you may have noticed on the other videos that we created so far, we didn't have to do any of this. You know, sometimes it formats it slightly differently. And I'm talking about the AI. Sometimes the AI will format these slides slightly differently. And in those cases, if we want to add something like a period or delete those extra asterisks, it's very easy to do so. You know, alternatively, we could have just regenerated the entire script, but this looks fine. And it's only going to take like a minute to do these small tweaks. You know, on something like this where it says myths versus facts and it's got VS instead of the word versus, the AI very well might read that correctly, but sometimes it doesn't. So you could actually just write the word versus, and then it will for sure read it correctly. Okay. And once you've got your slides tweaked as much as you want to, you can go ahead and click Create Video. As you can see, the videos that we previously generated are all done processing. We've got 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, plus our course overview video. So if we wanted to preview those, we can just click the little eyeball icon.
Welcome to the captivating world of aging. Today, we're diving into the science behind this timeless journey.
So that looks and sounds great. Just looking at this slide thumbnail for the course overview, it looks like I may want to regenerate it once again. I think my font is too big. I tried putting too much text on each slide, and maybe that was my initial problem. I thought it was that I hadn't generated the slides correctly, but it may be that I just had too big of a font. So again, if I go to edit as a whiteboard video, I can keep all those slides in place, but significantly reduce the font size. Let's try reducing it in half from 60 down to 30, because I am putting a lot of content on each of those. In fact, let's bump it all the way down to say 25. And I think I'm gonna do a light blue background color on that. And let's regenerate that one again. See if the smaller font size fits on the slides. All right, so now that one is processing. We will see what it looks like when it's done processing. And I just realized I should have added the module number to the beginning of this video to make it easy to find when we're putting everything together. This one should have been 4.1, but I also think it'll be pretty easy to find. So let's go ahead and move on to 4.2. So we'll click Create Another Video. So this one will be 4.2 Emerging Technologies. Select our settings, AI content, and we'll go with the course lesson video template again. The title being Timeless Beauty, Anti-Aging Strategies for Women. And this subtitle will be Module 4.2, Emerging Technologies. And then we have these two subtopics, Breakthroughs in Stem Cell Therapy and Innovations in Regenerative Medicine. We'll go for sort of middle length and submit. And again, guys, I don't know anything about stem cell therapy or regenerative medicine, so just imagine how much time it would take me to create this course from scratch, not using this tool. I mean, it would take me days for each of these lessons. Let's go ahead and auto-generate the slides. And this one included some number signs, and we probably could just leave those in and they would be okay. Sometimes the AI just ignores them. I'm going to delete them, and actually maybe we'll have our programmers automatically edit those out. But if you do end up with something like that, obviously it's very easy to fix and just delete those little extra symbols. And then click Create Video. All right, so we've got 4.2 processing. Now let's get 4.3 in the works. As you may have noticed, I think it may actually be slightly quicker to create videos than it is to create ebooks. So this will be 4.3 personalized anti-aging plans. Select some settings, select a voice. You know, we've been using the same voice for these lessons. It also could be interesting to use different voices. Might add some nice variety for your customers, your students. And once again, we'll use the course lesson video template since that's what we're using this time around. We'll put in the course title and the lesson title, including the bullet points that go along with it from our table of contents outline. Select a length and submit. All right, let's go ahead and click the down arrow to auto-generate these slides. I don't need to welcome them to the course, so I'm just going to delete that very first sentence. Other than that, I don't really see any edits that need to be made to this particular video. I'm going to go ahead and click to create it. All right, so Module 4 is completely processing. By the way, we do have some options once your video has finished processing. In addition to viewing it, you can also click to edit the file name. You can download the MP4 file. You can edit it as a whiteboard video, which we've done a couple of times now. You can edit the video and delete it. So if we actually click to edit the video, it brings up our built-in video editing tools. From here, you can generate a thumbnail. You can add text to the video. You can reverse the video, rotate the video, change the speed, trim the video, add images for overlay. You can do a fade in, fade out overlay. You can upload a video as an overlay. You can search for an image. In other words, it will find a stock image as an overlay. You can search for a stock video as an overlay. You can do a constant video overlay, so this would be something that would overlay the entirety of the video. You can do a constant overlay with an image. That would be really applicable if you wanted to, for example, add a logo or a watermark to the video. This is the button that you would use, is the constant overlay. You can overlay an existing video from my videos. In other words, you could take one of your other videos and put it on top of a video. You can change the background audio and voiceover. You can upload an audio from your local hard drive. And you can also create an AI image to overlay. So lots of cool tools. All right, so let's see, what do we want to use to create Module 5? Fashion and style. We've got 2 sub-modules here, dressing with ageless style, hair and makeup techniques. I feel like PDFs might be good for those because we can use images as illustrations for fashion, hair, and makeup. So once again, let's go back to the basic PDF creator and create new PDF. And we're going to grab this right out of the outline, 5.1, dressing with ageless style. Click the AI writer. I'm going to reuse one of my prompts that we used before for this. So write a report about dressing with ageless style. The audience of this report is women who are interested in the science of anti-aging and how they can apply it to themselves. And so we'll say include timeless fashion tips for any age, creating a capsule wardrobe. And click generate. All right, let's go ahead and copy this. I'm going to paste it into the content area, and then again I'm going to go up to the top, grab that introduction, move it up. We'll grab the conclusion and bring it down. And then maybe this would be a good one to do a little bit of formatting. Okay, so we got the science of ageless style, and I'm going to look for areas where I can perhaps add some applicable illustrations or images. So here we're talking about a well-tailored blazer, a little black dress, quality denim. So let's add some illustrations. We haven't used Pixabay yet. Let's try Pixabay. Little black dress and search. Okay, try to find one that's maybe appropriate for our audience, not weird or creepy. Maybe those other stock photo sites were giving us better results. What if we say older woman? Because again, we're trying to focus on our audience here. All right, she's not really older, but it's a decent illustration. I'm gonna go ahead and copy this image address, jump over into our ebook, click the picture button, and paste that in. Let's go 25% on that. And let's just go back to back on a few of these sites and see which one gives us the best results. Let's go jeans, woman, middle age on Pexels. Pexels is having a hard time displaying middle-aged women when I ask for it. It's giving me some, but it's also giving me younger women. But, you know, this lady looks getting close to middle age, and she looks timeless. Let's download that. Oh, sorry, we don't want to download. We want to get the image link, actually. Let's go right-click, copy image address, click picture, paste it in. Good. Let's go 25% on that one as well. Yep, looks good. Choose the right colors. Neutral colors like navy, camel, and gray are timeless, while pops of color can add vibrancy. So let's look at free pick. Let's go fashion, older woman. 45,000 results. But you can see here we've got some neutrals, right? That's exactly what it's talking about. So we could do a right click, grab one of these, copy image address, picture, paste it in. Again, I'm going to go 25% on the size. Quality over quantity. Accessorize wisely. Pearl earrings. Scarves and hats. Here she's got a hat right there. Let's look for some pearl earrings. Free pick seems to be giving us good results. Let's go pearl earrings, older woman. I'm seeing a lot of earrings that aren't pearl. Maybe a few that are. Here we go. Right click, copy image address, picture, paste it in, 25%. There we go. And we could obviously do as much of that as we wanted to. I could go and put in examples of every single thing that this report is talking about. Trench coats, sophisticated flats, statement necklace. Adding pictures of all of those would definitely add more value to this module. So it's not a bad idea. Recommended resources. This would be another great place to add affiliate links. Let's go ahead and grab some. So the keyword is going to be dressing with ageless style, clothing for women. All right, and because it is just sort of the way we've programmed the AI in this tool, it's going to give us a variety of different types of resources like books, courses, websites, podcasts, all that kind of stuff. But of course, if you wanted to perhaps do some personal research, you could jump onto, say, Amazon, and we could go to categories. Sorry, that's book categories. Let's go to all. Clothing, shoes, jewelry, and watches. We could either click on Amazon Fashion or click on Women. Let's click on Amazon Fashion for a moment, and then click on Women. And then we could find examples of some of these types of clothing that we're recommending. We could find pearl earrings on Amazon and link to them. We could find a beige colored trench coat on Amazon and link to it. Be pretty easy to do. Overcoat. We've got a bunch of them. Simply pick one. I can click get link to get my affiliate link for it. I could also grab the image. Right, so copy image address. And just to show you how it works, I come in here, put in the image URL. I'm going to make it smaller. And then I'm going to click link, get link, paste it in. And now this is going to be my affiliate link to Amazon for this trench coat. Pretty cool, right? And once again, we can optionally choose a footer and a cover. Let's go back to fashion older woman. We got 45,000 to choose from here. We'll download one, click to choose cover, add that, and click to create the PDF. There we go, 5.1, dressing with ageless style. So we will move on to module 5.2, which is hair and makeup techniques. So again, we're going to create a new PDF, 5.2 hair and makeup techniques. We're going to say for anti-aging, use our little helper, write a report about it, same audience, and we have these bullet points. Include hairstyles that complement your features, makeup tricks for a youthful appearance, and generate. We'll go ahead and grab this text, paste it in, move that introduction up, bring the conclusion down, and then let's look at some formatting. So a layered hairstyle. We'll search for layered hairstyle older woman. This one's not really older, but she does have a layered hairstyle. Copy image address. Insert that. Make it smaller. We could actually float it, or we could just make it inline. And then we're talking about the right length of hair. Shorter hair to accentuate the face. Longer hair to elongate the face. I think I saw, yeah, this one right here is definitely the shorter hair accentuating the face. We'll copy that image address. We've got some makeup tips. So, older woman blush makeup. Again, this is obviously a topic, well, I shouldn't say obviously, but this is a topic that I really don't know anything about. Copy this. Paste it in. All right, using a brow pencil. Let's search for eyebrow pencil, older woman. Some of these are not eyebrow pencils. I see mascara. I do know that much. Barely. Let's just search eyebrow pencil. See if it's more targeted. I'm seeing more like eyeliners. Oh, here we go. Copy image address. I guess it's more just the fact that I know what an eyebrow is. Oh, there we go. There's a better eyebrow pencil. Copy image address. There we go. Maybe some lip definition here. Lip liner, lipstick, lip gloss. Let's try lip liner, older woman. I see lipstick, which would be okay. Maybe that's 2 words. That's actually an AI generated image. Looks pretty nice too. I'm seeing a few here that could work. Let's just grab one. Image address. Paste it. Size it. And we're good to go. Once again, I think recommended resources are a great way to add some additional content and potential monetization. So keyword, let's say women, hair, and makeup. We got books, we got YouTube, we got courses, we got websites and blogs, we got apps. And again, I've shown you how easy it is to turn some of those links into affiliate links. Last but not least, let's find a cover image. Here's one. Kind of a big image. I just downloaded it. It's over 10 megabytes. I'm going to download a smaller version of it. Jump back over, choose the cover. There it is. And click Create PDF. All right, next we've got Module 6 and then 7. You know, I think I'm going to use text lessons for Module 6 because we haven't done that yet. And then Module 7, I think I'm actually going to skip Module 7 in this demo, and I'm going to show it in my Pro demo so that I can show off a couple of the upgraded video features, because I think 6 modules will be enough for now anyway. So before we continue, I'm going to go ahead and download these PDFs that we've created. And in a moment, I'll show you why. Also, by the time you're watching this tutorial, I'm probably going to eliminate this step of downloading them. I'm going to make it to where you can directly import them into the lessons without having to download them first. So you may actually not have to, but for now I'm going to go ahead and download these. So download the PDF for the introduction. We got 2.1. Download the 2.2. Download 2.3, 5.1, and 5.2. Then under the ebook PDF creator, so the long form ebook, we're going to download that one. That was module 3. If your browser is like mine, it opens it up in a browser tab of Adobe Acrobat. Just be sure to click the download this file link. And now we're going to start putting this course together. So we're going to jump back over to Course, Course Manager. And then I'm going to click on Timeless Beauty, Anti-Aging Strategies for Women. And we're going to add sections and lessons. Now you can organize your course any way you want. You could have just one section and have all of the lessons within that section, or you could have any number of sections. I think it makes sense in my case, since I have these modules, to sort of make each module a section. So add section. The first one is going to be Module 1, Understanding Aging. So I'll have a total of 7 modules. So Module 2, and I'm going to copy these directly out of my outline that we've been working with. So Module 2 is going to be Skin Health and Beauty. Module 3, Nutrition and Lifestyle for Anti-Aging. I guess I could be leaving off the part that says module since it's already called section. Maybe that's a little repetitive or superfluous, but it also probably doesn't hurt anything. Next, we've got Module 4. I'll just stick with it since that's what we're rolling with for now. Then Module 5. Again, I'm just copying and pasting. I mean, you guys have seen every step of this along the way. You know that I didn't write a lick of this content because I don't know anything about this topic, and yet I'm creating a comprehensive course using this platform. Module 6 is real-world applications, and Module 7, maintaining results and staying informed. Now we're going to begin adding lessons. And at some point before the end of this demo, we will add some quizzes as well. Now, we're actually going to start with Section 6, Module 6, because we have not yet created the lessons for that section. And we're going to use text lessons, which utilizes the built-in learning platform within CourseMateAi 2.0. So I'm going to click our AI friend, and I'm going to select Course Lesson Text. Jumping back to our outline, Module 6 is real-world applications, and we're going to start with case studies. So 6.1 will be a lesson, 6.2 will be a lesson, and 6.3 will be a lesson. And so this will be case studies, and I'm going to add a few words here. So it'll be case studies of anti-aging strategies for women, colon, and then I've got my 2 bullet points. Let's try that. I'm going to go ahead and click Generate. And we'll go ahead and copy this text. I'm going to paste it into my notepad momentarily, just in case I lose it. Then I'm going to click Add Lesson. We're going to go with Text Lesson. Click Next. And I'm going to click Paste here where it says Enter your text. So I'm going to do that before I get to the title because I already have this on my clipboard. Then I'm going to come up, it's Module 6, and again the title is 6.1 Case Studies, and then summary will be case studies along with those 2 bullet points. And we'll click Add Lesson. Now if we scroll down, we will see that Section 6, Module 6 has 1 lesson. And now we just need to add 2 more. So once again, I'm going to click my AI friend, go to Course Lesson Text. This one is called Hands-on Workshops. And I don't know if Workshops is actually the best title for this. Let's call it Implementation. Hands-on implementation of anti-aging strategies for women. And here in Module 6.2, we want to include a personalized skincare routine and cooking anti-aging recipes. And we'll click Generate. Once again, we will select this text, copy it. I'm going to save it in my notepad just in case. Click Add Lesson, Text, Next, Module 6, enter my text by pasting from the clipboard. Then I will go back and grab that title. So I changed it from Hands-on Workshops because I think that It's maybe a little overkill to call it individual workshops. Let's call it hands-on implementation. And then the summary, once again, changing it to implementation. Add lesson. Now if we scroll down, we'll see that we've got 6.1, 6.2. We just need to create 6.3. We'll click our AI friend. Go to course lesson text. And this one will be called Expert Interviews and Panel Discussions about, once again, anti-aging strategies for women. Then I'll put a colon, and from my outline I'll grab this, insights from dermatologists, nutritionists, and lifestyle experts, and generate. We'll go ahead and copy this text. Click Add Lesson, Text Lesson, paste in the text, Module 6. The title is 6.3 Expert Interviews and Panel Discussions, and then the summary straight out of the outline. And by the way, we could do additional formatting within this text, right? It doesn't have to be just plain text. We can also add pictures, links, videos, all that good stuff. In fact, an easy way to beef up these lessons would be to grab some perhaps free videos off of YouTube. For example, right here, we have 1.1, Understanding Skin Aging. I could copy that keyword, jump over to YouTube, paste that keyword, Understanding Skin Aging. I don't want one of the shorts, I want a regular video. All right, so here's a video about the science of skin, understanding aging skin. This one appears to actually be a TED Talk. It's probably pretty high quality. So we could grab this YouTube link, just gonna copy it, and at the bottom of this 1.1 section, I'm gonna click to insert a video, and I'm just going to paste that YouTube link. Now we have a video embedded. You see, that's a super easy way to further beef up your lessons. I mean, we could repeat that process for each of these subtopics if we wanted to. And then we'll go ahead and click Add Lesson. So now we see we have 6.1, 6.2, and 6.3. As I mentioned, I think I'm going to save Module 7 for my demo of our Pro upgrade. So now it's time to go in and fill in these first 5 modules with all of the lessons that we have already created throughout this demonstration so far. So we will click Add Lesson. And that introduction that we created was a PDF file, so we'll click Document File, click Next, and the title of this one will be Introduction to, and then I will paste my course title. We'll put this in Module 1. It's a PDF file. We'll go ahead and grab that. And right here in my course table of contents outline, I will grab this little summary of the introduction, paste it in, and add the lesson. So that was added successfully. We're going to continue that process. We'll click Add Lesson. This one's going to be a video file. Click Next. Again, I'm just copying and pasting. So this is 1.1, The Science of Aging. I'm going to check the box that says Choose from My Videos. And then from the drop down, I'm going to select 1.1, The Science of Aging. We could go get the exact length if we wanted to. Here in another tab, I can look at my videos. 1.1.
Welcome to the
3 minutes and 54 seconds. So 3:54. And for the summary, again, I'm just simply going to copy and paste directly from our outline. And click Add Lesson. After I finish adding all these lessons, we will actually go take a look at what it looks like from the student perspective, so you can see what our learning platform looks like and how these lessons will be viewed by the student. For now, let's finish building this course. We'll click Add Lesson, Video File. This is 1.2. Choose from My Videos. Here's our 1.2 video. Let's check the length.
Welcome to our video.
3 minutes and 26 seconds. Again, you have the ability to make up to 10 minutes per video in this platform. And we will copy and paste that summary as well and add the lesson. There it is. We'll go ahead and add the next one. We could also choose videos from YouTube, Vimeo, from an MP4 link, from Google Drive, but to keep things easy for now, we're just going to select the one that we've already got saved in My Videos. This will be 1.3. Choose from My Videos. There's our 1.3 video.
Welcome to our exploration.
4 minutes and 25 seconds on that one. Here's the summary, and add the lesson. Now we will move on to adding our Module 2 lessons. So we'll click Add Lesson. We created these ones as PDFs, so I'm going to click Document File, click Next. 2.1 is Anatomy of the Skin. We'll add this to the Module 2 section. It's a PDF file. Let's grab that 2.1 PDF, copy and paste our summary, and add the lesson. Lesson added successfully. We're going to repeat that process. So add lesson, document file. This is 2.2, module 2, PDF file. Grab that PDF, copy and paste that summary directly from our outline, and add the lesson. Just took a few seconds and that was it. Let's go ahead and add the third one, document file. This is 2.3, module 2, PDF file. Grab that file, paste in the summary, and add the lesson. Now you may be wondering, why did we go through the work of creating PDFs when we could have done like what we did for Module 6 and simply create text lessons directly here in Lesson Builder? And that's a good question, and that's really a matter of personal preference. When we view these lessons from a student standpoint, you'll see the difference. And there are pros and cons of each. I really like the PDF viewer that we've built into this 2.0 version of our platform. We did not have it in the 1.0 version. And so with our new PDF viewer built in, I think that the PDFs make really nice lessons. But certainly the simple text lessons work very well also. And of course, you can make those rich media lessons by adding pictures and videos and all that kind of stuff. So on the other hand, if you're looking for the quickest way to build out your course, the text lessons are a great option. Let's move on to Module 3. We created one long ebook for that one, so I'm going to click Add Lesson, Document File, Next, and this is going to be the Module 3 title, Module 3 PDF file. Grab the PDF, and for this summary, I'm going to copy and paste 3.1, 3.2, and 3.3 directly out of my outline because I included all of those elements in this longer ebook. We'll go ahead and click to add that lesson. So technically speaking, I think the shorter PDFs, the basic PDFs, in some ways work better as lessons than the longer ebooks. The longer ebooks are great if you want to sell them as standalone products, like that ebook is going to be sold as just an ebook. And you can do that in this platform as well. You can sell ebooks as ebooks, not as courses. You can certainly use them as lessons as we are doing right here in Module 3. But like I said, it kind of makes sense to use shorter PDFs to break it down into multiple lessons. Again, it's really a matter of personal preference, and as a part of this demonstration, I'm just trying to show you the various options and things that you can do with this. For Module 4, we created videos. So let's go ahead and click Add Lesson. Again, video file. This will be 4.1 cosmetic treatments. We'll add it to Module 4. Choose from My Videos. And this is one I forgot to add the number to it. I could actually go back and do that pretty quickly. In fact, let's see. This should be 4.1. So I can click Edit File Name and add 4.1 to the beginning of that file name. Now if I come back here, I'll probably have to reopen this. We'll click Add Lesson, Video File, Module 4, My Videos. Yep, there it is, 4.1. So there you can see as well how easy it is to edit the title of a video. The length of this one, 6 minutes and 20 seconds. So 6 minutes, 20 seconds. We'll copy and paste that summary and add the lesson. So now if we scroll down, we can see that here under Module 4. We're going to repeat that process. We'll add another lesson. It's another video file. This is 4.2, Module 4. Choose from my videos. I'm going to grab my 4.2 video. Let's check the duration on that one.
Welcome, students.
357. We'll copy and paste that summary and add the lesson. And then we'll do that one more time here in Module 4, video file. This will be lesson 4.3, Module 4. Choose from my videos. We'll select the 4.3 video. We'll check the duration.
Today,
That one's 4:30. Copy and paste that summary and click to add the lesson. Alright, so now we've got our Module 4 in place. Module 5 we used PDFs, so let's go add lesson, document file, click next. This is lesson 5.1, Module 5. We will browse and grab 5.1, copy and paste that summary from our outline, and click to add the lesson. Lesson added successfully. We will go ahead and add the next one. Document file. This will be 5.2, hair and makeup. Module 5, PDF. Grab that 5.2, copy and paste that summary, and click to add the lesson. And let's see, yeah, we only had 2 lessons in Module 5, so it looks like we are basically complete. As I mentioned, I'm going to save Module 7 for my pro demonstration, just so I can show some additional features there. You know, while I'm at it, let me show you one more sort of a trick for adding content easily that you don't have to create. We'll add another lesson here to Module 5, Fashion and Style. We'll call it 5.3. So I'm going to click Add Lesson, and I'm going to grab a YouTube video. You could do the same with a Vimeo or Google Drive video, but YouTube videos are just so easy to find, and you can find them on virtually any topic. So we'll click Next, and we're looking at fashion and style here. So we had one lesson on dressing with ageless style. We had a lesson on hair and makeup techniques. What if we were to add a hair and or makeup techniques video tutorial? That would be a great addition to this course. Instead of just a PDF, a video would be great. In fact, maybe let's just focus on makeup. Jump over to YouTube and we'll do a search for makeup techniques to look younger. And there's going to be a bunch. See right here, makeup tricks to instantly make you look younger. Now, here's an interesting hack that you can use to find some great content is use the search filters. So I'm going to click on filters, and we can actually narrow it down to videos that are between 4 and 20 minutes or over 20 minutes. What I've found is that when you find videos that are over 20 minutes, a lot of times they are very, very in-depth and educational. Essentially, these are people that are giving away all their best secrets for free. The short videos are great too. You're going to find a lot of great tips and tricks and things like that. But this is like, sometimes you'll find people that are basically like putting on seminars and they're going to give it away for free. And we can just sort of tap into that and use it as a part of our course. So let's click over 20 minutes and see what comes up. See, look at this. 5 makeup tips to look 10 years younger. It's got 1.1 million views. It's 35 minutes long. She's 49 years old. Now, this is going to be a great addition to our course. And yes, it's free on YouTube, but that doesn't mean that we can't include it in our course. By uploading this to YouTube, she's allowing people to embed it basically anywhere they want to embed it. And she's still getting credit for it, right? I mean, our customers can still go and they could find her and subscribe to her channel and things like that. But at the same time, they're going to be thankful that we provided them with this relevant content as a part of our course. So I'm going to grab this YouTube URL, jump back over. We're going to add this to Module 5. I'm going to paste in that URL, and I can actually just use this title, 5 makeup tips to look 10 years younger. And we'll call this 5.3. 5.3, it's kind of awkward to have that number right next to it, so we'll just call it makeup tips to look 10 years younger. It automatically populated the duration, 35 minutes, so we're also really beefing up the length of our course. And for the summary, we could make one up. We could actually use the AI to write a summary, or we could just go see what she wrote. Just a lot of links and advertisements and stuff, so we don't necessarily need to use that. The summary can be very brief. we'll say live demonstration of the makeup techniques. That's perfect. And then we'll click Add Lesson. So if I scroll down now, we've got Lesson 5.3, Makeup Tips to Look 10 Years Younger. And when we view this from the student's perspective, you'll see that it really just fits along in the flow of the course. Even though we didn't create that content, it's going to fit perfectly, and our students will appreciate it. You know, maybe we should add one more while we're at it. Module 3, we just have that one ebook, Nutrition and Lifestyle for Anti-Aging. I bet there's a ton of great content on YouTube about that. Let's copy that title, search for it on YouTube, and again in my filters, I'm going to go over 20 minutes to find people who are just giving away a free seminar. I mean, this guy's got a 2-hour and 10-minute class right here. Here's one that is 36 minutes long, 22 minutes, 45, 31 minutes. I like this one because it is specifically about anti-aging foods for health, longevity, and disease prevention. It was literally just added to YouTube yesterday. Look, streamed 1 day ago, right? She did it as a live stream. She's interviewing, I guess, a guy named Dr. Greger, and it's brand new, so, you know, nobody has seen this before. It's not like it's a famous video at this point. So I'm going to click that one, grab that URL from my address bar, add lesson. This is going to be another YouTube video. It'll be Module 3. Paste that URL. And the title is going to be 3.2. And the title, let's just take this part of it. Top Anti-Aging Foods for Health, Longevity, and Disease Prevention. And for our summary, let's just call it Live Discussion with Dr. Greger. Well, I don't need it to be that huge, Dr. Greger. Is that how we spelled it? ER. Okay. And again, this is actually going to lend additional credibility to our course because now we've got a doctor involved, so to speak. We're really just using a video off of YouTube, but there is a doctor involved. Let's go ahead and add this lesson. So now if we scroll down, here in Module 3, we've got this lesson, Top Anti-Aging Foods for Health, Longevity, and Disease Prevention. And one more thing I want to do before we go and take a look at this course as a student is jump back over to Media, and I told you I was going to show you how to add an overview video. We're going to select it from My Videos, and here's this anti-aging overview video. And I think we can still have a course thumbnail at the same time. We'll double check that right now. So let's go ahead and click Finish, Submit. Course updated successfully. So now here on my Health Academy, I can come down, select this course, and yes, the thumbnail does still work even with the preview video. And here it says preview this course. We click that, it opens up the video.
Welcome to Timeless Beauty, Anti-Aging Strategies for Women.
And here is that overview video that we created right within our own platform. And again, I maybe could have gone a little bigger on this font. It'd be pretty easy to go back and regenerate that if we wanted to. But we've got a nice, 2 minute and 39 second or 2 minute and 44 second overview video. Now let's take a look at it from a student standpoint. The easiest way for you to go ahead and see what it looks like as a student is to sign up as a student. And the easiest way to do that is to actually temporarily make your course free. So we're going to go back to pricing and check the box that says this is a free course. Click Finish and Submit. So go to your academy, go to your course, and now instead of $47, this one is free. So we're going to click to get enrolled. And you can then create an account on your own academy. So click Sign Up. I'm going to be Testy Tester. So I'm signed up. We can then sign in. Welcome, Testy Tester. Go back to your course and click Get Enrolled. Now you can see it says already purchased. We are enrolled. By the way, you can see here, 1 hour and 34 minutes of on-demand videos, 18 lessons. So you can see really where the YouTube videos that we added really helped beef up the length of this course overall. So that's a very nice strategy to add a couple of YouTube videos the way that we did that. And we've got the sales page here, the course overview, what you'll learn, the requirements, the curriculum. You can kind of drill into this curriculum and see what all the lessons will be. You've got the frequently asked questions. And now we can click on My Courses, and you'll see the courses that you're enrolled in, and you'll click Start Lesson. And you've got the lessons listed by section and the modules here. So we're going to start with section 1 and lesson 1, which is the Introduction to Timeless Beauty, Anti-Aging Strategies for Women. And here we have the PDF that we included as this lesson. Again, this is a great feature that we added here in the 2.0 version of this platform, is this built-in PDF viewer. We can fit it to the page. You know, I would say probably the majority of your students in most niches are actually going to be viewing this on their phones. And so this is going to work well to where you can fit it to the size of the screen. You can rotate it if you need to, and then you can also download it. With one click, you can actually download the PDF to your computer. You could even click to print it if you wanted to. You can also go to a 2-page view, which is nice. So very convenient for viewing these lessons, right? And again, right here in the recommended resources, I talked about that. If I click this one, it's going to open that Amazon affiliate link. And if my customer buys this book, I earn a commission. When you're done with lesson 1, you can check the box and it will bring you to lesson 2. So lesson 2 here is a video.
Welcome to the captivating world of aging. Today, we're diving into the science behind this timeless journey.
Okay, so you've got the video, you've got your notes. When they're done with that, they can check to complete it, move on to the next lesson. We've got another
Welcome
video.
to our video on the psychological and social aspects of aging.
All right, so repeat the process, move on to the next lesson, and so on. Repeat the process. Let's move on to section 2, Anatomy of the Skin. That's a PDF. Again, they can size it for their screen. They can go to a 2-page view if they prefer. And when they're done, check the box to mark that they've completed that lesson and move on to the next one. Next, we've got skincare regimens for different ages. After that, we've got advances in dermatology. And then we've got section 3, nutrition and lifestyle for anti-aging. This was the longer ebook. So a 2-page view would probably be good for that one. As you can see, we've got links embedded in it. And then after that 27-page lesson, they're going to move on to this video that we added. Top anti-aging foods for health, longevity, and disease prevention. So here you've got this video with Dr. Michael Greger. After that, section 4, cosmetic treatments. And then emerging technologies.
Welcome, students, to our next exciting lesson in the course Timeless Beauty.
And the next lesson, personalized anti-aging plans.
Today, we're diving into personalized anti-aging plans.
And then moving on to section 5, dressing with ageless style. Again, the PDF navigation is really slick. You've got the little navigator on the left side as well. You then have hair and makeup techniques. And then we have that other video that we grabbed from YouTube. Makeup tips to look 10 years younger.
I'm 49 years old and I am often told that I look at least 10 years younger. So today...
Yeah, I think our customers will appreciate that. And then moving on to section 6, we've got some case studies, and this is where we just use text lessons. So you can see the text lessons work. They work very well, and it's a very quick way to create lessons. But you can see where our new PDF viewer kind of has more of a slick feel to it, right? By using that PDF viewer, it's just a matter, again, it's a matter of personal preference. And remember, you can format this text when you create those text lessons. And lesson 6.3. And then we've got the certificate when they finish it. When they're done, it will say 100%. Congratulations, you're now eligible to download the course completion certificate. And they can click to download their certificate. All right, so this is to certify that Testy Tester has successfully completed the course for Timeless Beauty Anti-Aging Strategies. All right, pretty cool, huh? And it's got a QR code and it's signed by the instructor. By the way, what's the instructor name? Well, the instructor name is going to be the name that you put in your account. And so you can edit that anytime in your profile. You would go to Manage Profile and you can change your first name and last name, and that would change your instructor name as well. So it doesn't have to be your real name. It could be Professor Know-It-All, whatever you want it to be. Now, jumping back to our sales page here, we'll click Course Details. It takes you back to the sales page. We change this to free. I had promised at the beginning of this demo video that I would have it online for sale by the end of the demo. So we need to switch this back to a paid product and put it for sale. So we're going to go back to Course Manager, get back into this course, go to Pricing, and I will probably price this more at like $197 for the regular price and $97 for the discounted price. For the next part of this demo, I'm going to just set it at $2 just to make it easier for myself to purchase it from myself. And then we'll click Finish, Submit. You do have a few different payment platform options. As you may have seen on that page, you do have the option of Warrior Plus, JVZoo, or ClickBank, or you can use our built-in payment settings for PayPal, Stripe, or Razorpay. So you've actually got, 6 different payment options available. Most of you probably have PayPal, so let's set that up real quick. So what you need to do is log into your PayPal account, and I have a business account. If you don't have a business account, you can sign up for one for free. You can convert your personal account to a business account or start a business account. I'm not sure if you need business to have developer access, but you need developer access, which again is free. So click on Developer, and then you're going to click on Apps and Credentials. And I created one for the previous version of CourseMateAi. I'm going to go ahead and create another one for this demo. So just click Create App. We'll call this one CourseMateAi 2. And if you haven't yet set up a sandbox account here in the developer area, you'll just need to do that. Very easy. Just confirm your email address. We're going to click Create App. And here where it says Client ID, I'm going to click where it says Copy to Clipboard. I'm going to jump back over here, paste in my sandbox client ID, go back over to PayPal, and where it says Secret Key 1, I'm going to copy it to Clipboard, come back over, paste it in, and then Production Client ID basically means your live client ID. So I'm going to jump back over and switch the toggle over to Live Credentials, or here where it says View Live Credentials, click that. And again, I'm going to click Create App. It'll be the same name, CourseMateAi 2. Click Create. And once again, where it says Client ID, I'm going to click the little icon to copy it to the clipboard. Paste it in. Go back, and where it says Secret Key 1, I'm going to click the icon to copy it to the clipboard. Paste it in. Scroll down and click Save Changes. All right, payment settings have been updated. Now if I go back to my sales page, refresh it, it's $2. I've already purchased it. So what I would need to do here is log out. I could go delete that student, but let's just go ahead and create a new one. We'll call him Testy2. Sign in. Go to this course. And now, rather than a free sign up, we have to add it to the cart. From there, we can check out. It's going to take me to PayPal. Oops, I forgot to log out of my PayPal account first. Let's log out of that account because you can't pay yourself from your own account. So I'm going to use my personal account to pay my business account for this demo. Typically, if you haven't logged into a PayPal account in a while, it's going to ask you to confirm something. We'll enter that code. Again, I reduced my price to $2 just for the sake of this demo. We'll click Complete Purchase. And it takes me directly to my courses, where you will see the button that says Start Lesson. So there you go. I have fulfilled the promise I made at the beginning of this lesson in that we created a complete course. And as you've seen, it's a full course. 6 modules, multiple lessons in each module. It's a topic that I know nothing about. Timeless beauty, anti-aging strategies for women. I got it online. I got it for sale. And I successfully made a test purchase. So this is live on the internet right now. Anybody can go there and buy this course. And I can click Start Lesson and begin to go through this course right now. Before I forget, I'm going to jump back over to my payment settings. I'm going to go to Course Manager, go to my course, Pricing, and I'm going to make this a $97 course because I think that my target audience, women who are interested in anti-aging, they spend a lot of money on that stuff. So I think a $97 course would be appropriate for this. Click Finish and Submit. And you know what? I just realized I forgot to show you how to create a quiz, which is something else I said I would do. So let's go ahead and do that now. There's really no right or wrong number of quizzes that you should add to any given course. Just depends on your audience. Do they like to take quizzes? Is it a topic that they would expect to be quizzed on? If we're talking about a course for, I'm just thinking about my own demographic, men, and you're teaching them how to do some kind of fishing or something like that. Like, I don't know that I really even want to take a quiz on that. It's like I paid for the course. I don't need a quiz to, prove that I learned something. On the other hand, if it's something that is academic, certainly you'd want to have quizzes. If you're teaching somebody a skill like how to use Microsoft Excel or something like that, you would want to do quizzes. And I think something like this, this is of course a stereotype, but women sometimes like doing quizzes. I know that because I've seen like my wife do some on social media and things like that. So quizzes may be more appropriate for some audiences than others. So for this one, we could do a quiz at the end of each module, or we could do one big quiz at the end of the whole thing, like one final test. Again, there's really no wrong or right way to do that. I think in this case, I think it might make sense to put one at the end of each module. I'm not going to take the time to create 6 or 7 of them right now, but we could do at least 1 or 2. So the first thing that we're going to do is click on our AI assistant and use the AI to come up with our quiz content. So scroll down to course quiz text. And then you're going to want to enter your course title plus as much information as possible so that the AI knows what kind of quiz to create. So once again, going back to our big table of contents outline that we've been referring to throughout this entire process, if we were wanting it to create a quiz on the entire course, we would take the entire outline. Or we could go grab, for example, the text of some of those PDFs that we created. Or we could take the scripts of the videos that we created. In this case, I think we should create a quiz for just Module 1. So I'm going to copy Module 1 all the way through the bullet points of 1.3 and paste that in. And click Generate. And you can see it gives us some very nice multiple choice questions. And in fact, it broke them down into sections. You've got 3 questions for section 1.1, the science of aging. You've got 3 questions for section 1.2, psychological and social aspects. And you've got 2 questions for section 1.3, current trends in anti-aging. So it interpreted these bullet points perfectly and basically created a quiz question for each of those bullet points. So I'm going to go ahead and copy the text of this quiz into a notepad on my computer. And then we're going to click Add Quiz. And we'll call this Module 1 Quiz. So the section will be Module 1. And we could make it an untimed quiz, in which case we just leave it at 0, or we could set a quiz duration if we want to really put our customers' feet to the fire on this. So again, it depends on who your audience is and what the topic is. For something like this, really there's no reason for us to make it urgent, I don't think. And we've got 8 questions, so we're going to say 8 total marks. And for instruction, I'm going to copy exactly what the AI said, which is please answer each question by selecting the option that you believe is most correct. Good luck. And click Submit. Now, if I hover over this quiz here in section 1, we have quiz results, quiz questions, edit, or delete. So we're going to go to quiz questions. We're going to click add new question, and the question type is going to be multiple choice for each of these. Now, the other types of questions that you can use are single choice and true false, or fill in the blank. If you wanted to utilize a particular type of question, you could specify that to the AI when you are creating your quiz. You could say, hey, give me true false answers only, or give me fill in the blank questions. I think for most quizzes, multiple choice is going to be appropriate. Again, we're dealing with adults here. We don't necessarily want to ask them to, write an essay or fill in blanks or things like that. Again, just depends. If that's the kind of thing you're doing, if you're going to be grading it, then sure, you can do that. In my case, I think multiple choice is perfect. And based on what the AI gave me, I have 4 possible answers for each question. So number of options is going to be 4. Now, I'm just going to copy and paste directly out of the text that the AI gave me. So question 1, what are the primary cellular processes that contribute to aging at the molecular level? Okay, so option 1, cellular metabolism. 2, telomere shortening. 3, cellular senescence. 4, all of the above. And what we're going to do is check the box for the correct answer. Now, silly me, I forgot to ask the AI for the answers to all those questions when I created the quiz. I don't think it listed the answers. I should have specified, give me the answers too. So to save time, I'm just going to jump over to ChatGPT and say, please give me the answers to each question on this quiz, and paste it in. So question 1 is D, all of the above. We'll submit that quiz question, and we will add a new one. Which genetic factors have been found to influence the aging process? Multiple choice, 4 options. Here's the first answer, second answer, third answer, fourth answer. The correct one is C, both A and B. Add a new question. How do environmental factors impact the aging process? Multiple choice, 4 options. Here we go. Answer 1, answer 2, answer 3, answer 4. The correct answer is C, both A and B. Add another question. What role does mental health play in the aging process? None whatsoever. Yeah, right. 4 options. Actually, that is the first option. It has no effect. Anybody believe that? I think I know the answer to this one, but let's confirm it with GPT. Positive mental health can enhance quality of life and longevity. That's what I thought. New question. How about social influences? Okay, first question, first answer, next answer, next answer, last answer, and the answer to question 5 is A. Social isolation can negatively impact mental and physical health. We all learned that in 2020, didn't we? Next question. What is ageism? Multiple choice. 4 answers. I don't think that one's right. Option 2. Option 3. Option 4. I think I know the answer to this one too. Yep. I'm tracking with GPT here. It's discrimination. And we will add another question. What are some of the current industry trends? So multiple choice, 4 options, advances in skincare, genetic research, anti-aging supplements, all of the above. It's got to be all of the above, right? Yes, it is. See, I'm learning about this topic just from creating the course. I guess that makes sense. One more question here. Which of the popular anti-aging claims is considered a myth versus reality? Multiple choice, 4 options. Okay, we got one about fasting, drinking water, regular exercise, and then sort of a complex answer. Both A and C are reality-based, while B is a myth. That's what I thought. That is the answer. Now, if we want to update the sorting, we could. We can also drag and drop these to change the order. We'll close that. Let's create one more so that I can show you a couple of possible options or variables when we create the quiz in the AI. So we'll open up the AI writer, course quiz text. This time we'll do module 2. I'm going to paste that in, and I'm going to give it some directions. I'm going to say, please provide true, false questions only, and list which answers are correct. This is sort of an experimental use of this feature, but in my experience it can work. So let's go ahead and generate that. And it did exactly what we asked. So again, the prompt on that was please provide, and then what kind of questions, right? So you could say multiple choice questions only, you could say true false questions only, or you could say fill in the blank questions only, and then let it know and list which answers are correct. That way you don't have to go looking for the answers. So it did perfect on this. It absolutely aced it. So let's go ahead and copy these 12 questions into a notepad. Click Add Quiz. This one's going to be Module 2. We'll call it Module 2 Quiz. And this one has 11. It actually did give me some instructions. I just forgot to include that in my copy and paste. Please answer each question true or false. So again, we're going to hover over it and see where it says Quiz Questions. Click Quiz Questions. Add new question. And again, I'm just going to copy and paste. The dermis is the outermost layer of the skin. It's a true false, so there's 2 options. True and false. And it told me that the answer is false. I'm trying to remember from biology, is it the epidermis? Let's go ahead and submit that one. Add new question. The subcutaneous layer of the skin is primarily composed of fat. I know the answer to that one. 2 options. True. False. I know that's true because between myself and all my family members, I've seen enough accidents to have seen a few deep cuts into the subcutaneous layer. Add another question. Collagen production decreases as the skin ages. I think I could have told you the answer to this one too because of things that my wife has taught me. 2 answers. True or false. It's true. New question. Skincare routines should remain the same regardless of age. 2 options. True or false. That is false. New question. In your 20s, sunscreen is not an essential component of a skincare routine. Well, obviously not, because when you're in your 20s, you're invincible, right? I mean, you're going to live forever. Wrong. New question. Retinoids are often recommended for skincare routines starting in 30s and beyond. I'll tell you what, I am beyond my 30s and I have no idea what retinoids are. But now I know that they are recommended. New question. I've heard of hyaluronic acid. And apparently it is beneficial. New question. Non-surgical procedures can effectively address some signs of aging skin. That's true. The key there being some signs, not all. Microneedling is a dermatological procedure that involves lasers. I feel like that's kind of a trick question. It kind of gives you the answer in the question. Didn't say micro lasering, it said micro needling. Couple more. Speaking of lasering, laser treatments can be used to improve skin texture, decrease wrinkles. Modern miracle, that is true. One more. Minimally invasive procedures generally require extensive recovery time. It's not a trick question. There we go. When we're done creating the quizzes, we're going to click Finish and Submit. Now if I jump back into my courses as a student, open up the course, and I will find a quiz here at the end of section 1 and at the end of section 2. Let's take a look at what those look like here. So here's the module 1 quiz. All right, so I'm just going to randomly pick answers. Let's see if it shames me for getting them wrong. So it tells me wrong, wrong, correct, wrong, correct, wrong, wrong, wrong. I didn't do too good on that random attempt. And let's try the next one, true, false. We should be able to, it's 50-50 on true, false, right? So we should be able to do okay on that one. Module 2 quiz. All right, let's go. False, true. I'll try to answer these for real. True, false, false, true, 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 false, true, and false. Aced it. All right. 11 of 11. So there you go. That's how you can create some fun and informative quizzes for your students. And the last thing I should show you about that is if we jump back over to the sales page, your course details, it will also be added to your sales page as a part of the curriculum. Pretty cool, huh? Now let's take a look at a few more things that we can do here in the basic membership of CourseMateAi 2.0. We've already looked at how to create basic PDFs, how to create longer ebook PDFs. We can also actually sell those ebooks in PDFs as individual products. So you've seen me use them as lessons in a course, but we can also sell them as individual products. And to do that, we're going to start by clicking Category to add a category. Click Add New Category. I'm going to select my Health Demi Academy. We'll call this Women's Health eBooks. We could jump back over to one of these stock photo sites that we've been using. Let's grab an image. I'm going to right click, save it as a JPEG, choose thumbnail. There it is. Submit. So now we have a category to work with. I'm going to click Add eBook. The domain is my Health Demi Academy. And if you do recall, let's see, I'm going to open something in a new tab, my ebook PDF creator. We created this module 3, Nutrition and Lifestyle for Anti-Aging. So suppose we want to sell that as a standalone product. Here's the title, Nutrition and Lifestyle for Anti-Aging. Our category is Women's Health eBooks. We're going to pull up our AI writer, create an ebook description, and the keyword is Nutrition and Lifestyle for Anti-Aging. The other thing I could do would be to jump back over to my original outline. That was module 3. What if we just copy all of this, put it in as the keyword, and then generate? Looks good. Let's go ahead and copy that text. Since we're selling this as a standalone, I don't need these module numbers. Publication name, that's in this case the same as my title. I'll just make it edition 1. Once again, in the Pro version, we do have a banner creator and an ebook cover creator, so you'll want to utilize those. Since I'm not yet demonstrating the Pro version in this video, we can go ahead and just pick some images. I've got a couple of them that probably would work just fine already that we've downloaded previously in this demonstration. We'll click the next button. We can either make it free or give it a price. So let's say the regular price is $27, and let's say the discounted price is $17. And we can use a built-in PDF, one that we've already got. Here it is, Nutrition and Lifestyle for Anti-Aging. You could do a preview file, which would be like a short version of it. Actually, there's a few ways you could do it. One would be to actually create that with our own PDF creator. It'd be very simple to do. A little time-saving hack, I should have mentioned it previously, would have been to simply download a copy of that ebook after adding just the first chapter, right? So if you recall, we added, I think, like 9 chapters to that book. We could have downloaded it after adding just the first chapter, then we would have had our preview done right there. Another way to do it would be to use any sort of a PDF editor. If you've got Adobe, you can use that. Otherwise, there are some free ones out there, definitely some free ones. Organize pages. And just select a bunch of these pages and delete those pages. And then do a save as. And we'll call it the title and then preview. Then here in the preview file, I can choose file and select that preview PDF. And click next and submit. And here we have this book. We can manage it under all ebooks. We can edit it. We can make it pending. We can actually convert it to a flip book if you have the pro version, or delete it. So if I go back to my Academy, go to the home page, we now have this ebook available. Nutrition and Lifestyle for Anti-Aging. We've got the description, we've got the full sales pitch here. And if I click Buy Now, it's going to take me directly into the cart to pay with PayPal. And I've already shown you a demonstration of how that works. And if I were to check out here, it would then automatically take me to read and optionally download this PDF that is being purchased. And the student can access that anytime in their members area. By the way, you can view your students as well. Just come on over to the Students tab, and you can view your students, their names, their email addresses, and which academy they signed up for. Within this main version, you also have the children's book creator. As we've done with the other products, you first want to create a category. So you'll add new category, select your domain. So say I wanted to, for some reason, sell a children's book on this health demi site. We could call this Healthy Kids Books. We could search for something like Kids Healthy. These all look like good images. We'll download the small version. Choose that thumbnail and submit the category. Then we could go to add a children's book. And I'm not going to go through this process at the moment because when we get to the third step, which is children's books files, we actually need to have our PDF made already. And so there's a few different ways that you could do that. You could simply use our PDF creator. And if you have the Pro upgrade, you could also use our coloring book creator. Some of you may have children's books that you've created with some of my other tools, such as the AI Children's Book Maker 2500. If you've got children's books that you've created with a tool like that, you can use this platform to sell them. You can simply choose your PDF and upload it, just like we did with the ebook demonstration that we just did. It works the exact same way for children's books. I mean, literally the same way. You can make it free if you want to use it for list building, or you can sell it for any price. Of course, you can use the AI to help you with any of these descriptions and things like that. The Flipbook Creator is a pro feature. We've already used the Training Video Creator. We do have a text-to-speech engine built in for you. So you can create audio files saying anything you want in a variety of voices. Some more pro features here we'll demonstrate later. You've got your banner ads management tab. And we've got the blog. Let's create a blog category. Add new category. We'll add this to the Health to Me site. We'll do one for women's fitness. Exercise and more for women to stay healthy. Create the category. And then we'll click Add Blog. So this is going to be the Health to Me site. Let's open up our AI friend. So blog title, let's see, what would be a good keyword here for women's fitness? Let's do a women's fitness home routine. There you go, empower your workout, effective women's fitness routines for at-home success. If you don't like that, you could regenerate it. Very easy. Let's do this one actually, a home routine. I think one is better than multiple for a blog post. So the title, Empowering Women's Fitness, a Home Routine for Strength and Wellness. Category is Women's Fitness. Let's get some keywords. Give me some good keywords for this topic. And I'm going to paste the title and click Generate. Okay, here's a bunch of good keywords. Let's see, I'm going to use my notepad here real quick. I'm just going to paste some of these. Home workout, strength training, home gym, healthy lifestyle, fitness motivation. And I'm going to copy this title, go back to my AI, and create a blog post. The keyword is going to be the title, and generate. All right, let's go ahead and copy this text. Wow. It's a solid article. We could do some formatting if we wanted to. Do a little bold, subheaders. We could add some images or videos to the blog post itself. Very easy to do. Again, if you're a pro member, you can use our banner creator to create a banner. Let's jump over to, let's say, Pexels. Women's fitness. And filter is going to be horizontal this time. And I'll just grab this first one as an example. Click to choose banner. There it is. We also need a thumbnail. Here on Pexels, if I click that one, it'll probably give me some interesting related ones. There's a lot here that would work. Since we're focusing on kind of a home fitness routine, something like this might work well. Click choose a thumbnail. We'll grab that image. And we'll click add blog. Now once again, if we go over to our academy, and this time we'll click on blog. We've got our latest blog posts. We can then zoom in on it. Very nice looking blog post. It's got the ability to add comments. And adding this kind of content is going to help you with search engine optimization and getting some free traffic. Jumping back to our navigation here in the dashboard, you can view sales reports. We've already taken a look at the payout settings, the students. The reseller panel is an upgrade. You do have a built-in support system where your students can contact you to get support. You also have a help link where you can contact us to get support. You've got an upgrade link, and you will have a bonus link to download your bonuses. So there you go. This has been a rather lengthy demo, but as you've seen, what we've accomplished is not small or insignificant by any means. We have created a brand new educational online academy with a complete comprehensive course that is live and for sale right now for $97 on a topic that I knew nothing about. And you can do that for any topic of your choice. You can do it over and over to create multiple income streams. That's the power of CourseMateAi 2.0.